welcome back. We are now speaking legal with Mr. Will Worsham, and gosh, I've kind of enjoyed doing this every week. We get together and have some coffee, and we talk about estate planning and
beats working,
all kinds of stuff. Tell me, why in the world would people, well, why would they not want to talk about estate planning right now? I mean, doesn't it, and I guess it's kind of obvious to you and I, but estate planning is important, and I think current events have kind of brought that to light.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think, one thing is just historical regardless of a pandemic, which is people put off estate planning. It's always something that people can do tomorrow. I'll get to that tomorrow. If you've ever looked at that grid of things that are important and things that are urgent, we tend to do the things that are urgent before we do the things that are important. So estate planning is very important, but it's not urgent until something makes it urgent, and many, many times, whatever that is that makes it urgent, makes it also too late. So you've just sort of got to grab the bull by the horns a little bit and say, I know this is important, and I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to get it done. And one thing that the pandemic has done is it's sort of focused the lens of people and made them think a little bit more about, I really do need to do this. And they've had the time to think about it. They've had the time to reflect on it. A lot of times during this pandemic, we've thought about our family. We've thought about our finances. We've thought about what we maybe want to happen. It's sort of pushed some of this mortality to the forefront. And that gives us a good piece of traction, if for lack of a better word, to maybe jump right into the estate planning world and get some of this stuff done. One of the things that I think is tragic, and you mentioned this earlier about life marches on, we don't know anybody personally that this has happened to, but if you just statistically take the grand scheme of things, we know there's people that were getting ready to do their estate plan, were in the zone, and decided because of the pandemic to put it off, and now it's too late.
Right.
And it's tragic, but pandemic or not, that happens all the time. Right. And so we just want to encourage people, I want to encourage people to go ahead and jump in and do it. We've got virtual options if you're not comfortable coming in person to find out about estate planning, help you make some decisions. We have, I think, the easiest, lowest bar, low threshold way to get your estate plan done in the world. I mean, we have really worked hard to make it super easy. You do a lot of the fact finding and information gathering, and I've put together, I think, some ways to make it super easy for folks to gather the information that they need and just get it done. And then we've got the in-person options as well. We've got a new group class coming up on June 16th at 6 p.m. All socially distant. We're limiting the number of people that are going to come in. 10 people, 5 couples, all spread out. So you'll maintain your 6-foot social distance from people you don't know and from us.
That's going to be even better because it's more intimate and people can ask questions and we're not as crowded, and so that'll be good.
And we're going to do as many of them as we need to. We usually do them once a month. We added a daytime one back before the pandemic started. If we need to do 3 or 4 a month to keep up with the demand, we're happy to do that. We know this is something that people need. And if we stop providing it, then people aren't going to get it. So we just want to make sure it happens. And if you want to find out more information about that, you can go to my website at willworsham.com. You can call my office at 417-863-9455 or call Bruce here at the Resource Center. We'll get you hooked up.
Sounds good. We'll be right back.